Okay, here's how to play track 5 from Babel. It's called Ghosts That We Knew. And it's a really nice track. To play it, you need a capo on 5th fret. Also, pull up the chord chart in the description of this video. Now, one thing that happened to me when I put the capo on, my tuning got really messed up. So make sure you get a tuner, or you can match it to mine right now. It should sound like this. So E. A. This is the A. This is A now. G. G. C. E. And A. And this app is called Clear Tune, and it's pretty sweet. So the intro is the hard part. I don't feel like I have it exactly, but I have it pretty close, so. Alright, it's going to be like this. I'll explain it after I do this. Okay, so what you gotta do is, relative to the capo, you start with your middle finger on 3 and you go. Sometimes it feels like, that's why I don't have it perfect, it feels like sometimes they kind of vary it, but then the general pattern is. So I would just start with that, and then as you listen to it more, you'll start to know what I mean. It's like, it feels a little bit different at times, but. This is a G chord. We're just going. So you go once, twice. Let me play along one more time and give you the numbers, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th time you slide to what's the 12th fret. Not relative to the capo, but the 12th fret. And then, so after you do that, and you're picking these 3 strings the whole time, and you go, this is the 15th fret, like the absolute fret, and the 13th fret. So you go 1, 2, 3, and back to there. And then occasionally near the end they slide up twice, like. This is hard to explain. They don't do that the first few times, but then all of a sudden they start switching to that, where they slide from 3 relative to here, but then 12 absolute fret. And then 15 absolute fret. And then you go. Let me play along one more time, and then I'll count out how many times I'm doing it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That didn't help. One more time. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so this went from, so that's 15, 13, and then you go to 14, 12, you're sliding an octave down, and then 12, 10, and those are the absolute frets because it's too far up to count from the capo. So down here I think 3rd fret, but up here I start thinking absolute frets. So it's 15, and 13, 14, and 12, 12 and 10. Let me play this whole intro one more time, because the rest of the song is really pretty easy, but relatively, this is hard, so I'm going to play the whole thing again. 15th fret, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see when it switches to the other one. It didn't switch yet. This is the 3rd time. I think it's the 4th time when the piano comes in. When the pianos come in. So the variation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the 4th time you do it without that, and 3 times in the 4th time you do slide from 3 to 12. 3rd relative to here, then 12 absolute, 15, then you do the same thing. So the variation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, slide to the 12th absolute fret, 3, 15, 4, and then you do the same thing coming down. And one thing I noticed when learning this is listen for the highest note. It kind of keeps you on beat. If you try to listen to all the notes, it gets a little confusing. So after that, it's not too bad. So make sure you pull up the chord chart so you can tell what I'm saying right now for the next part. So it's going to be B7, E minor, B7, E minor. So I'm still on the intro. I'm going to see how I transition to the next part. Hard. Last time, it was side, if I could sing. Okay, tone apart, and then I go to B7, E minor, B7, E minor, G, D, G. So that's pretty easy if you know the chords. B7. So B7 you don't need the highest note, so it's 2, 1, 2, open. I think it sounds good, just pick it like this. Just straight up the chord. Twice. B7, E minor, back and forth. And then you go G, D. I don't hear this highest note. So one thing I was doing as I played along, not right there, you can add A in the bass. It kind of works out better. So G, D, and then you go, you do a sus, G sus4, like that. I'll keep going. Whoops. C, hope in the dark. D over F sharp, G. This is just picking or strumming. G, D over F sharp, E minor. D over F sharp, C, G, C, D over F sharp, and then G. There's a wrong C in that part in the chord chart. So make sure you know all these chords. This part's pretty easy. You need G up to the B string. I'm sorry, you need C, and then G, D over F sharp. Now see how I'm doing it? This is kind of a trick. You could do it like this, but with the capo, it's so cramped. What I like to do is put my pinky on 3, middle finger on 2, thumb on 2. G. So it should be C, G, D over F sharp. It's kind of a nice way to do it. G, C, G, D over F sharp. You pause. Then E minor. Sorry, E minor. D over F sharp. C, G, C, D over F sharp, E minor. Right here though, after that, I don't hear one of these chords. Let me play along and explain it. Okay, here we go. C, the darkness, G, D over F sharp, C, the light, G, C. So they gave me G, D over F sharp, E minor, D over F sharp, C, G, C, D over F sharp, E minor. You gotta start picking. So I'm on C. Yeah, I skipped the G. You could throw it in real fast. And then there's a D. I just throw the G out. So what I'm saying is if you look at the chord chart, it says C, G, E minor, D, which is just instrumental. I just throw the G out. I don't really hear it. You could throw it in real briefly after the C. Now the next part's the verse. This is pretty nice. So I'm on the E minor before the verse starts. D. Again, you can hit the A string, or you can even throw F sharp in the bass if you need more notes. G. G over F sharp, E minor. C, G. G over F sharp, E minor. C, G. So this part has like kind of a lot of texture going on, so what you can do is G. G is like this. Really, you don't even need this note. You could just go. It sounds cool to go G, G over F sharp, so 3rd fret, 2nd fret, E minor, and then you go C, C, G. I like this part. G, G over F sharp, E minor. Picking's kind of random because I got like a banjo going in the back. I'm just kind of going. Wait, I'm going. I'm just keeping my thumb going and just kind of random picking and hitting the B string on it. Sometimes I'm hitting the G string, but mainly it's just the B and the G string. The main thing is keeping this thumb going and hitting B. So I'm going to move on to the next part. So here's the roar on the verse. I'm going to the chorus. A ho in the dark. You can still pick D over F sharp, G, C, G, D over F sharp. Again like that. E minor, D over F sharp, C, G, C, D over F sharp, E minor, and then you start strumming. E minor, C. Down, up, down, up. There is a G here. E minor. Now it's on C. The bridge, E minor. Bridge and ho, E minor, C, it's gonna keep going till the end of the song. C, G, there it is, the full one. C, G, over F sharp, E minor, C, G, C, D over F sharp. So you suss out the G. Staying on G. B7. Strum B7 E minor. Suss it out. The G. Let me do it again. B7. B7 E minor. B7 E minor. G. D. G. Ooh, that's a tiring one. So. If anyone has any questions about that, wow, that was 18 minutes. So I tried to keep it short, but that song's pretty hard. So if you got through the intro, you're probably good enough to process what was going on. If not, I can, if anyone has questions, let me know.